I'm now going to show you a selection of materials from the Federal Documents collection so you can get a better idea of the range of topics they cover. First, this is the microfiche copy of the hearing we looked at in the online catalog. Tiny images of the pages of the hearing appear on these rectangular sheets of film. There are reader printers available in the serials department on the second floor that allow you to look at the pages free of charge and to print copies for a small fee. There are also scanners available with which you can digitize copies of the pages, save them on a flash drive, and then print them using one of the public computers. The United States Government Manual is published annually by the National Archives and Records Administration. It provides a description of each government agency, tells when it was established, what its purpose is, gives a list of current officials in that agency, and provides public contact information. In the front of each edition, you'll find the text of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. It's essentially the owner's manual for the U.S. government. This is the federal document that's used most often in Sims Library. The Statistical Abstract of the United States is a publication produced annually by the Census Bureau. It not only includes statistics gathered in Census Bureau surveys, it also includes statistics gathered by many other government agencies, covering a wide variety of topics. Anytime you need national or even state-level statistics, this is a good place to start your search. The Complete Guide to Home Canning was published by the Department of Agriculture in 1988. It provides step-by-step instructions on how to can not only fresh fruits and vegetables, but also meats and seafood. Notice the stamp on the front cover that says, "This item may be checked out." If you see that stamp, you can take the document to the circulation desk on the first floor and check it out just as you would other circulating materials. The Department of Commerce published the 2007 National Export Strategy. This document outlines the tools and techniques the agency intended to use to increase the number of U.S. businesses that export goods and services to other countries. Notice that the SUDOC call number appears in the upper left corner of the front cover. This is the location where the SUDOC number will most frequently be found. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is a sub-agency within the Department of Commerce. From NOAA, the library gets things such as this Natural Disaster Survey report on Hurricane Andrew. This is a report from the Civil Rights Commission. It was published in 1982, and you'll notice that the call number is handwritten into the upper left-hand corner. Most of the older materials will have handwritten call numbers. This is a report from the Department of the Defense on the Pentagon attack that happened during the 9/11 attacks. This is another Defense Department publication. This focuses on military history. This is an Army report about the Normandy invasion. We have reports from many different wars, from many different branches of the military. From the Department of Education, we have this report on trends in educational equity of girls and women. We also receive publications from the Education Department directed towards parents to help them teach their children how to learn math or geography. From the Health Department, we have this, A Healthier You, everyday healthy eating and physical activity for life. This is directed at the general public to help people be healthier. Also from the Health Department, we see this publication, Tobacco Effects in the Mouth, which is directed toward health professionals. So again, we see things directed towards different audiences. In this report, there are some truly disgusting photos of what tobacco can do to the mouth. So it may also be useful for people who smoke or chew tobacco and may change their minds about that practice. From the Interior Department, which includes the National Park Service, we have a series of glossy National Park handbooks. These have not been issued in many years, but the historical data they contain would still be useful. From the Justice Department, we have Mapping Crime, Principle, and Practice. This is one of many publications we have from the Justice Department. Some are about criminal investigation techniques, others about stress among law enforcement personnel. They cover a wide variety of topics again. This is a treaty, part of the Treaties and Other International Acts series. This is a treaty between the U.S. and Greece on the security of military information. Part of this publication is actually written in Greek. This is a monthly publication produced for Congress that includes several different economic indicators. One of the most interesting things that it includes is the federal deficit. Here's a chart from within that publication where you can see that the deficit in 2000 was actually a surplus. Since then, in 2009, we have gone deeply in the hole. One of the things that surprises people most about the documents collection is that we do have children's publications. But again, government agencies publish several different things aimed at different audiences. So this is Smokey's Fire Prevention Baseball Activity Book. I guess if children are inside filling out puzzles, they're not outside getting into trouble. This is McGruff's Surprise Party. It's a health department publication. Normally, I imagine McGruff works for the Justice Department. He's on loan here to health to encourage kids to say no to alcohol and drugs. This report is from FEMA. It's The Adventures of Julia and Robbie, the Disaster Twins. It's helping children learn how to cope with disasters when they are involved in one. And this is my all-time favorite government publication. This is Sprocket Man, a comic book on bicycle safety published by the Consumer Product Safety Commission. There is a full-color edition of this comic book in other depositories, which we were not fortunate enough to get, but our copy is getting fairly old and the pages inside are turning orange, so ours is turning colors as time goes by.